What is going on? T to the M to the I D D. And we live. We live. I like this. We are. It's official. Let me do some housekeeping. See how this setup looking. Today we are talking about the most expensive camera that I own. The most expensive camera that I own. The things that I like, the things that I don't like. And I want to see, like, does it really equate to the satisfaction, like the monetary value of my equipment? Does it equate? Do I get satisfaction out of it? So let's hop into this, because I really want to dive down into this. I know I'm not the only person who has gear acquisition syndrome. And actually, I wouldn't classify myself as having gear acquisition syndrome, because it was plenty of times where I could have bought different gear, but I always kind of held out. So I won't say I'm like at the top of the list, but who doesn't like new things? So let me set this mood just a little bit. Few things going on in here. What's going on, Tog Life? What's going on, Danny? Bree Images. Okay. So first of all, what's going on, Chris Davis? So first of all, I felt like I had to go live because I have not been live in a long time. And honestly, it takes a little bit to go live. And when I think about it, I haven't done a photo shoot live in a while. Now, that doesn't mean that I haven't done a photo shoot. It just means that a lot of the circumstances where I was getting these shots were circumstances where I was pressed for time. So I was more focused on the BTS than setting up the phone and going live. So I say, let me hop on here today and interact with my community, all my good people on this Thursday. and see what we have going on. Now, what's going on, MP? Now, the thing that I really wanted to talk about was I wanted to gauge everybody else's approach as well. And that is with acquiring gear and what it means to you. So when you buy something new, or the purchases that you make, do they equal the same amount of satisfaction as the monetary value? Or sometimes do you feel like, man, I should just take this back because I don't feel like I'm getting too much use with it? So that is kind of the essence of this. So the purchases, I know some people that make purchases, and those purchases are very rapid. And some of them, they don't even think. Like, as soon as something come out, it's like, I got to have it. As soon as the newest camera come out, I gotta have it. Like, there's no waiting. For example, that's pretty good. This A7S2. Okay. Its big brother came out not too long ago, but I didn't really hop on and get it immediately. Like, I waited a while. Whereas some people, as soon as it's in the pipeline, they are signing up to get that new camera, whatever it is. Now, sometimes the specs are justified as to why they do it. And right now, I feel like the specs on a lot of the cameras, it's not too much going on. Now we're at a point where I feel like it's not too much going on that next camera will be able to do too much more. Like, in terms of video, everybody was on the 4K 60 and the 10-bit internal recording. So we got that. It might be a little bit before, a new wave come out and people feel like they need to get the next best camera, right? So Tog Life, I haven't bought any gear since 2020. That's not bad right there. That's not bad at all. 2020, you doing pretty good. You could throw in a snap for early. You gotta give a gift to yourself every now and again. MP, when I get new gear, it's like Christmas, but I don't make big purchases unless it's a necessity. So it absolutely has to be a necessity. And I'm in a different space where I've said this before. Sometimes YouTube drives purchases, but then other times it's just I want what I want, so I'm about to get it. So today I wanted to talk about the most expensive camera that I own. What's going on, Infinite? And what I want you all to do is let me know in the comments, what is the most expensive piece of equipment that you own? Agnetha, how you doing, Agnetha? Yeah, I try. I try not to spend. I try to be frugal, but then sometimes it's just like, all right, yeah, I want that, so I'm going to get it. Okay, so this video today, I wanted to talk about the most expensive camera that I have. And for me, this is actually like the most expensive piece of equipment that I have. So I want you all to let me know, what is the most expensive piece of equipment that you own. So this is a Leica M6 film camera. Few things that I like about it, a few things that I don't like about it. Film really became popular, and so the prices of some of these cameras, drove up. I made a reel about this. This was sitting at like 6,000, a little bit more. And it comes in like different colors. So like this black is like a sought after color, but then you have like a silver color as well. So yeah, okay, let's see your most expensive. Okay. So MP, my most recent purchase was the Mini 3 Pro, but again, it was need for video. What it was a little bit of both, need and want. Exactly. So sometimes you have like a line where it's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of both, right? Now, are you getting satisfaction out of that purchase? All right, Bree, my camera, the Canon 5D Mark IV. And you know what? I think a lot of people like still enjoy the 5D Mark IV. I was actually just watching somebody's video, and I was telling them how I used the 5D Mark IV for one of my YouTube videos, and it was a good camera. So you still see a lot of people using it. What's going on, Stanley? So okay, so Agnetha, my most expensive camera, the Nikon D800, 1,200 Canadian, 12,000 shutter count, backup D800, 1,000 Canadian, 10. That's not bad. The good old D800. I still have my D800. Still have my D800. So this right here, this Leica has a 35 mil on. And so what I wanted to touch on was the fact that I've actually did some shoots with this. But I want to tell you like the things that I like about it, the things that I don't like about it, because it's a lot of little trickery with it. A lot of little trickery. Now, if you know film cameras in particular, then you know that manual focus game has to be on point. You have to know how to pull focus, or don't don't think about shooting at f 1.4 or something like that. If you want to be safe, you need to be at like f22, because otherwise, if you don't know how to do manual focus, if you rely on that autofocus, then yeah, it's not gonna be too good. Okay, so Infinite, your most expensive purchase is the Canon R5. Okay. So with these purchases, what's going on, Ike? With these purchases, are you all happy with the purchase that you made, or do you feel like, you know how sometimes you make a purchase and you like immediately satisfied, but then sometimes you make it and you don't really get the value out of what you purchased. So you might deem it as like not the best purchase, right? So Chris, my most expensive camera is the EOS R. Okay. EOS R. So the things that are interesting with this camera, one, the focusing, right? You have to focus. Two, when it comes to creating content, the thing that is irritating is that it is not digital. So, great example is I made a video, did a whole photo shoot, and guess what? I can't put the video out until I finish this roll of film. And I'm really meticulous when I take my shots with the film. So I typically do like 3 photo shoots with one roll of film, which is about 24 frames. So depending on when you're shooting, it's like, you never know when that video gonna come out. So the next thing that I try to do is do some digital. So what I had done with this shoot, and actually the shoot that is the thumbnail, I know that people are not trying to wait for those photos. So I always snap some photos on top of using the film. So that's kind of what I did in this instance. Yeah, spending money and being happy instantly, or not spending money. But I wanted to know like the most expensive purchase that people have made. And so seems like Ike with that Z9, most expensive purchase. Okay. Charles Davis, been thinking on getting a Leica, but wow, they aren't cheap. Yeah, that is the truth. They are not cheap. You can get you a good old Z9. You you could get you a Z9 for that, depending on which one you get. So one of the other things that kind of gets me is that, you know, you have SLR film cameras, and then you have rangefinders. And so the SLR film cameras give you the perspective from the lens, whereas the rangefinders, which this Leica is a rangefinder, does not give you the perspective from the lens. So you kind of need to have a perspective of what that focal length is. So me, I love shooting 35. So I kind of know what my distance is, and what will be in the frame and what won't be in the frame when I'm shooting at 35. So the same for if you change this lens, 70 to 200, all of that. Like you have to be on point with like the rangefinders. So it's a little bit different. Not sure which one, which was more. Got a couple of U's, probably a D4 or Z6, maybe D810. Oh yeah, like probably that D4. I could see that D4 being more expensive for sure. I could see that without a doubt. So with that, I guess everybody is pretty happy with the purchase, or the biggest purchase that they have made, right? So that's pretty much the things that I don't like, is that I have to wait to get the film developed, and then scan, and then, you know, edit and all that good stuff. But that's kind of where I'm at with this particular camera. So we're going to see with these images. Now I do have some digital images that I took, and so what I wanted to capture is, since I was shooting film, I wanted it to kind of have like the film aesthetic. So I kind of went and location scouted to see places that would give like that vintage film type of look. So I'm going to show you all some of those images that I captured with the digital camera, because these film pictures, Don't hold your breath on when you're gonna see those. So let's see. Let's see what we have. Okay. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna pull these up. So yeah, so I have a few shoots that are set up, by the way. Hopefully I can go live with those. But lately, I've been pressed for time when I'm doing the photo shoots. So it's more about getting the content. All right, let's see. So I'm going to call through, and I was pretty meticulous when I shot these. So it's not nearly as many photos as it normally would be. So let's share my screen. All right, and let's go to this one. So this was actually a house that was, I think it is actually going for sale, but it's in a old town. So this town is pretty much still has a rustic, old school type of look. So it was like perfect for what I was going for. So let's go to that and let's see. So the same thing I was saying was, I knew that it was going to be a while for the film pictures to be developed. So I just took some time to get this model, some digital images. So I'll go through some of these, and I actually shot with her it probably was like 2 years ago now. So if you go further back in my channel, in 2020, I did like a D800 versus a D850 comparison with her. But I knew I needed to get some quick shots. What's going on, Jason? So this is with the Nikon Z7 II, and I'm actually using the 35 right here. Yeah, I was trying to keep some of the background elements out of the shots, because if you can kind of see that house back there, it wasn't adding too much to the shot. And then also you see the sun poking out on the model face right there. So it was actually pretty hot. So we had two outfits this particular day, and it was kind of hot, and I chose like 6:37, and still it was kind of hot. So we didn't even get to do the second outfit, which is fine. But I still been outside trying to get these shots. And I think I started taking these with like the 85, D850, and S3. Which one is the most recent expensive purchase, and which one do you enjoy? Well, are you satisfied with your purchase? So if you're just coming in, we are talking about the most expensive purchase you have made gear wise, and if you are happy with that purchase. So here, I'm just pretty much getting content that she can use. So Charles, this is actually the F mount 85. I don't have any Z glass. I don't have any Z glass, which is interesting. The only glass that I have is this. This is the only one with the camera that Nikon sent. So when I send it back, I don't know if Nikon is gonna get this back, because this 16 to 50, I need some native mount glass. So we just gonna have to see what happens. We're gonna have to see what happens. I'm gonna send it back without the glass and say it didn't come with it. All right, so Jason, the most expensive purchase is the Canon R6. Definitely happy with it. Okay, so if you are just joining us, we are letting everyone know our most expensive purchase and if we are happy with it. So you got the R6. Is there any reason you didn't go for the R5? I know the answer to that question might be price wise, but but also I find a lot of people prefer the R6 over the R5. So I'm just kind of getting your thoughts on it. And you are happy with the purchase. So that's one thing. So if you're happy with your purchase that you made, and this is to everybody, what was like the selling point on you getting it? You know, when you're like searching, you're like, okay, I have these options, and then something kind of sticks out. A lot of the times it's the price, but it might be a particular feature that one camera offers that really is the game changer for you. Like, I have to get this because of XYZ. So let me show you all some more of these photos. I was very happy with both purchases because they was the same price. Most recent S3, okay. Take keys, I'm coming back soon. What's going on, bro? So let us know your most expensive purchase and if you are happy with it gear wise. Going to be expensive purchase, but probably wait until October to see if Nikon releases a new full frame. Listen, if Nikon releases, and I ain't gonna go down this rabbit hole, but if Nikon releases that full frame that I hope and everybody else hope they release, that will be the first camera that I ever been on a wait list for, because I normally buy everything like secondhand. I got my Z7 II secondhand. I got my Sony A7S III secondhand. I got my A7S II, D800 secondhand, D3400. Like, the list goes on and on and on. I'm just a secondhand type of person. I will get my socks secondhand. All right, maybe not my socks, but yeah, y'all get what I'm trying to say. So yeah, this is what the F mount. I don't have any Nikon native mirrorless glass, none at all. So that probably will be like my next purchase. And to be honest, I know I keep switching from the pictures, but to be honest, the lens that I really like from Nikon is the 51.2. Oh my goodness. Listen, shout out to Anthony, one of my fellow subscribers who let me use it at WPPI, because I did not know that 51.2. And of course, I have images on my Instagram. If you're not following my Instagram, definitely give my Instagram a follow. And let me put my Instagram up here. So, but I'm going to show you, because I can only show you better than I could tell you, to be honest. But that whole day using that camera, it literally was like this image right here was one with the 51.2, and I really was like, yeah, I think I need this lens right here. So this was, and everything in here is with the 51.2. Like literally, I used that 51.2. Actually, this was with the Sony A7S II right here, because I had put my camera up, and y'all know that's with the 85. But yeah, all of this is with the 51.2. Like, look at that, and that's natural light right there. Okay, so B Davis, look at the 51.2. Come on with it. That's why I might have to buy that. I'm looking back at these. Woo! I'm telling y'all. Oh my goodness. I might have to buy it right now. Wait. Somebody send me their credit card number, because I'm about to use your credit card and buy that 51.2. But yeah, that probably would be the lens that I will buy. So B Davis, the A6600, a great backup camera. Very happy. Larger battery was the reason. Okay, listen, those Sony batteries, especially the early models, no good. So I'm happy. I'm happy with this this S3 that I have now, because battery life is so much better. Like, I can get so much more done. So going to have an expensive purchase, the Fuji XH2. Oh, I've been seeing, look, that's big money right there. I only see that on commercials. So we're gonna have to see about that. Agneth, I heard Nikon Z58. It's called I've got fully manual focus. Also very expensive. Yes. And it's also, they have this lens, the Knock. Oh my goodness. When you want to spend like 10,000 on a lens, go for it. But it is crazy. Like, those lenses get expensive. The thing is, what's in stock? That's a good point. It's probably nothing in stock, and that's the problem. Like, I wish I was making some stuff in house. Matter of fact, where is my? Yeah, we got a chip shortage. I'm about to start making chips. So y'all need something new? Let me know. Let T to the M to the IDD know. I can build whatever you need. Now, it might have price tag to it, but I do take I take all major credit cards, but you gotta have good credit, because you know I ain't got time for that. All right, so let's check out some more of these photos that I took. Okay, so this is still kind of utilizing the porch, and I tried to get like some direct sun on her because it was kind of peeking through anyone. Using someone else's money to make a purchase is always instant satisfaction. Listen, I couldn't have put it no better way, because if we huddle up, everybody. All right, listen, right now we got 18 people in here. If we can get $100 from each person in here right now, and then I add $400 to it, I can get the 50 millimeter 1.2 Nikon lens. You see how nice that is? Sharing is caring. You gotta donate to the cause. I mean, I do bring constant, let me sell myself real quick. I bring constant content. I'm always responsive. I respond to all comments. I'm loving, endearing, and well, what else is there to say? I'm about to go to dinner. Thanks for stopping by, Bree. All right, so let me show you all a few more. So anybody else been doing any photo shoots? All right, so right here, I kind of took her up onto the porch. Now, the thing with this is that they are trying to sell this house, and it's kind of like an old school Victorian type of house. But obviously you can see like the greenery isn't like kept up because nobody's really there. So I just tried to get what I could get some different type of looks, and also give her some different sets of pictures. And this is with the 85. Let's see. Yeah, but I believe. All right, this is with the 35 right here. And I'm actually like letting. So this right here, I was trying to get some backlit shots, and you could see the foreground and the front, and then in the back. I just like the pop of color that was right there. So I really lined this shot up for the film camera, but of course I got some on digital too. So hopefully the film pops like I want it to. All right, so I got out about a week ago for the first time in ages, maybe a half hour, only some good morning light, some leaves, but it was a start back. Oh yeah, definitely, man. I feel like if you can get out at any point, like just get out and shoot. Like anything is good. Anything is good. That's what I believe. So I got a couple of angles like this. And that sun was like really backlit. And all of these shots were natural light. I definitely wasn't pulling out the flash for this. So the second location that I went to was this one, which was a basketball court. So she played basketball too. She actually plays in college, so it was like fitting. So this is the 85 right here, and I have come to love the 85 for natural light shots. Like, I love how this is framed. I love how you got like the basketball court in the background. So I actually like this shot right here. Definitely one that I like. So let's see. So I played with a few angles here. Yeah. And at first, it was somebody on the court, but then they left. And it's only one court. I wish I was trying not to get like that playground in the back, but it's no court on the other side of this. So I had to kind of like deal with that background, especially like trying to get this shot. So I changed my lens to the 35 and then went ahead and kept shooting. And so I was thinking of like shots that would be great when you translate them on film. So that's why I kind of picked these locations, because I was thinking of when I'm shooting with the Leica, like, will this look good, in terms of when it adds that grain. So actually, like, so here we was actually starting to leave, but I seen the sun kind of like peeking through. So I seen that walkway. We had some things in the background, like right there, you can see that trash can. Wasn't too happy about that, but it's like, we're gonna make it work. So I tried a few different angles, so you could kind of see the leading lines with the pathway right there. Appreciate it, Agnetha. But you still see it's like endless trash cans in the shot in the way. But it's okay, because we gonna still take some shots and get some shots. So definitely like that, natural backlit shot. And definitely underexposed just a little bit. I didn't do anything too major because I knew I wasn't going to put these in a official video. But with the film, one thing that is interesting when it comes to digital versus film, with the digital, most of the time you are taught to underexpose your image. But with the film, most of the time you are taught to overexpose. So when we edit our images with digital, we can bring back, that with the raw files. But then with film, it's a technique called pushing and pulling film, where if it is, underexposed or overexposed, you could push or pull to get that exposure right. So I thought that was pretty interesting, that the way that the images are processed. So when I edit, I use, it actually depends, but most of the time when I edit, I use Photoshop. Sometimes Lightroom, but using Lightroom not as often. And then of course you got like Capture One. What Capture One is mainly for like color grading. So it's a whole process with, and I'm actually putting together a video on my editing process, but I have a few things that I'm doing in the background, like working on my website, trying to put together the video for editing, because if you have not noticed, I have a video of me editing on every software except like my process for Photoshop. So I'm like putting that together now, and that should be on my website. All kinds of problems getting Capture One working right. Hey, it's funny you say that, because I've heard that with a few others. So let's see. Let me show you the rest of these images that we have. So you're kind of getting like that lens flare right there. I actually like that. Like, it's nothing better than a nice lens flare. Yeah. So I played around with these natural light shots. Now this location right here was a location that was going on, Captain Smalls. Let us know your most expensive purchase, and if you are satisfied with that purchase. So the interesting thing was that I was driving and I seen this car sitting right there, and I said, ain't no way this car gonna be sitting right there for that long. And weeks go by and that car is still sitting right there. So I automatically knew that it would give like a good film aesthetic in terms of it feeling like, oh, this picture could have possibly been taken at a certain date when you start bringing in props like this. So that was this particular car right here. And so, you know, I definitely used this. Now, the interesting thing was I didn't have any permission to use it, but this is the antique store that is parked at. So they were closed. So I was like, let me just get some easy, simple shots like this. But if you look behind the car, you see kind of like this red thing. It was a dolly. Now, the next thing that kind of creeped me out while I was shooting right here was, you see this back door to this truck is actually open. So while I'm taking the shots, I'm also trying to see, like, I don't hear anybody, I don't see anybody. So I'm trying to understand, like, is it somebody in the back of this truck? Is it not? So it was I was kind of uneasy while I was taking these shots right here, because I didn't know if something was going to pop out. I didn't know what the case was. Yeah, it definitely was the best time to take advantage. Easier to say what I wasn't satisfied with. Canon 1D Mark III and Sony A6000. Listen, oh man. You know, I'm always about trying to get the best out of what we have, right? So let me show you this one right here. So what we have is the good old Sony A6000. Now, you know this is old, but I have some photo shoots on my channel where I actually used it. I got some pretty decent images. Anything in particular that you didn't like about it? So that's actually a good start. If you all could say one purchase that you made that you were not happy with, what would that be? And let's go back to these images so I could show you all. Let me pull it back up. Okay, so it wasn't comfortable to hold, and I didn't like the menu system. Oh yeah, I could definitely say this the same thing. So So I could definitely say, like, if you have big hands, that's definitely going to be one thing. But then also, we said that same thing with like the Sonys. So this is the A7S II and the grip, right? But what they did on the 3 is they actually made the grip like deeper. So it's a little more comfortable when you hold it. So those ergonomics really matter. So I definitely can understand that, Charles. What's going on, M. Jones? What's going on, Unique? DNA. So D-Row, okay. So we are saying our most expensive purchase and what we are happy with. And also, Charles just made a good disclaimer that it might be easier for you to say the purchase that you were not happy with. Now, purchase that I wasn't happy with was the DJI Osmo 2. And the reason why I wasn't happy with it was because the first reason why I got it was because it could do 4K 60. I was like, this is going to be a great purchase because it's compact. It could do 4K 60. And I need 4K 60 to add to my BTS videos when I'm doing B-roll of the model. Get everything slow-mo, make it look good, make it look crisp. Okay, we good to go. But then what happened? I had my Sony, and then even I got my Nikon Z7 II that did 4K 60. And when you look, I mean, I know it's a small, I could not get over the quality of the 4K 60 versus, you know, a traditional camera. And so every time I would see it, I would kind of be like, So after a while, I kind of started disliking it and used it less and less and less because I could just automatically know when a clip in my video went to it. I knew exactly what device it was. So that was kind of like the purchase that I was not happy with. Okay. Philander, what's going on? Never tried a drone. Ganani photography, what's going on, bro? I know, what time is it? It's 8 o'clock over here, so it has to be like 1:50, about to be 2 a.m. in the morning. So while we have a quorum right now, let me know where everybody is watching from. T-Mid time. I ain't did T-Mid time in a while. I'm gonna have to get a model real quick so that I can go live and do a photo shoot because it's been a little bit. It's been a little while since I've been live with a model. Okay, so let's see. The purchase I wasn't happy with was the Nikon D7000. It was kind of slow, and I was missing shots with it. Okay, my first mirrorless camera was the Sony A6000. Okay, so we have Kevin Smalls here. He switched brands. So what do you currently shoot? Did you go back to Nikon or did you stay with Sony? My most expensive purchase was the Nikon Z6 that I'm happy with. Okay. So any plans to upgrade that, or you pretty much you You just taking the firmware updates and you like, I'm good. I'm good with that. I hate that I bought the Tamron 35 EF because you have to turn off all the lens correction. I got you. Oh, 12:50 a.m. Okay. So it's not that bad. It's only a 4-hour difference then. Okay. That might okay. 4-hour difference. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. So okay, so gonna need photography. All right, so Unique DNA in New Jersey, Jason, Detroit, Charles, Pittsburgh area. We got Philander, Tacoma, Washington, Agnetha, British Columbia, almost thawed out for summer. It can't possibly still be cold right now. It cannot still be cold. Please, please tell me it's not cold, Agnetha. Please tell me. Oh, so you planning on getting the Z9? Okay, that's gonna be nice. Let's send it over here to me because I want to check it out. Actually, Ike did let me use his, so I did get one video. I did try to put out a Z9 video and put it on the channel, but I actually did like it. I still shoot Sony. Okay, we got Benny Hanna. Mine was the A1. Very happy with it. Watching from the East Coast. Oh, she ain't giving out no location. She just said the East Coast. Welcome to the chat. Now that A1, yeah. Oh, she got money because we all know about that A1. That A1, yeah. So what's your favorite lens to use with that A1? Right now, I have one of the lenses that they say are the best. That's a third party because I ain't about to play that Sony money for them Sony lenses. But the Tamron 28-75, and this pretty much get the job done for me. I am about to get a new lens for my Sony camera though, and that's just so that I can vlog. Now that lens can handle me vlogging, but I gotta have like my arm like all the way out here just to get a good sense of the environment in the shot, and so I need that flexibility. All right, so it's 8:52 over here. Okay, yeah, I'm the same. Yeah, A1. That's what I said. Soon it will be 5-6 difference. Okay, yeah, we got that time difference. We got Atlantic City. I hate that I bought the DJI Mini 2 because I purchased it over the Mavic to save weight. Only to find out that I had to register the Mini away for pro work. Oh man, yeah. Listen, you see where my Maverick is at. Look. Oh, hold on. There we go. Still hanging on the wall. I gotta get my drone back up and running because it's almost been like a year. So I gotta make it work. All right, so let's see. All right, we got Houston in the house. Nationwide. Oh, okay. We got a location, ladies and gentlemen. We have a location. North Carolina. You guys should visit Ghana. It's summer all year round. Listen, hey, that photo shoot that you did with that blue water. Yeah, that you got me thinking. I may need to come over there. Yeah, that A1 and the beast. What's going on, Nikon? Watching from Ireland. What is going on? Leon, what's going on? The A1 is awesome. I just hate Sony menus. Okay, we got the UK in here. What part of the UK are you from? Now, I'm kind of I guess I'm kind of biased with the menus because I guess I was forced to understand the Sony menus. Now, from the A7S2 to the A7S3, they did do an update to the menu, so I have to get used to that menu now. But then, I shoot with Nikon, so now I got that menu too. So I'm kind of like, I'm all over the place, okay? I'm all over the place. I tried the A1, but can't compare it to the Nikon Z9 overall. My brother let me shoot his A1 all the time. Oh man, listen, hold on, Benihana, we gonna have to talk because we got the A1, and then we got the 51.2 G lens. Come on now, that is a setup for you. That is listen. I was just talking about that. Well, I got 20 people in here. Now we a little bit closer. Everybody send $100, and then I can add $400 to it, and then I can get me a 51.2. But they not playing with them lenses, man. But I was just saying how I love like that 51.2. From the Nikon perspective, I got to use it like a full day with like 7 different models. I made a video on my channel. And I just love the images. I love the color that it rendered. Like that lens. I feel like that will probably be like my lens to get, because my 50 that I have right now, I don't even use it really, to be honest. So that definitely would be something that I would be looking to get. Also hate that I bought the Canon RP because the max flash sync speed is only 1/160. Hey D-Ro, we're gonna have to have a talk because you got a lot of purchases that you hated. We're gonna have to sit down and schedule a T-Mid a counseling session. Well, before you make any purchase, we're gonna go live and we're gonna sit down and talk about it. Like, okay, you sure it's the right purchase? Is it the right time? Is the functionality right? 155 in Ireland. Okay. Oh, listen, and we got the. Okay, so you got the Sigma 35 1.2. So I'm actually recording this video on the Sigma 35 1.4. I was contemplating on getting the 1.2, maybe, but I do love Sigma glass. Now, in terms of third-party glass, I would go with Sigma first. Yeah. This lens has proven itself, especially I'm like a vibrant, contrasty, like color pop type of person, especially like when I edit. So this lens, when I get my shots from it and I see like that color on the back of that screen, I'm like, exactly what I needed. Good to see you in more and more, Nikon. Thomas Garnett, what's going on? I'm about to buy the Sigma 35 1.2. Yeah, so what system do you use? You Sony, Nikon, Canon, Fuji? I've been meaning to rent a Fuji, by the way. Okay, Philander Tamara 28-70 is my go-to lens. At least until the 24-70. G makes its appearance. Oh, you about to drop some money. You about to be happy. You think you're gonna be happy with that purchase? Kevin Small, that's not too far from me. South Carolina over here. Okay. So many great locations to shoot in North Carolina. Listen, I just need to go on tour. We gotta go on tour now. I'm broke though, y'all. So we're gonna have to we're gonna have to do like a 2-city tour. Then I'm gonna have to come back home, work for about a couple months. Then we could do another 2-city tour. We gotta get everybody out before it turn wintertime again. Cause wintertime just be a dread, man. Oh man. I'll take you straight to the beach. That's all I need, guys. Yeah, Nikon, man. Nikon, I hope you get better, man. Cause that's crazy. Okay, we got Birmingham, England. And we got Dublin, Ireland. Oh yeah, we everywhere. It's nice to have options where you could find something great. All the big camera names are making fantastic gear, I'm telling you. And that's what makes it so hard, because at the end of the day, I'm always asking myself, like, do I need it? Like when I upgraded my Sony camera, I was like, do I need to upgrade it? And it really was a need, because the last photo shoot that I did, which was, I'm gonna pull it up for you all. I was saying like I'm gonna shoot a lot more outside. So I was outside, and a lot of the clips that was supposed to be in this photo shoot, they didn't actually make it in the photo shoot, because what ended up happening? Well, you know, I normally set my camera on a tripod, and why do I do that? It's because I'm a one-man band. So this particular image right here. So if you all seen this video, this on my channel, if you have not, definitely go check it out. I would definitely appreciate that. I could show you all a couple more images that I edited from this set. And so you could see like how I like the color pop. And this is what the 35, like I was saying. Let's see. And I got everything in there. Okay. And of course, I got my good old thumbnail. So that particular shoot, hold on, we got, look, I'm so far down. Added to the Z9 fund. I appreciate that super chat, Charles. Appreciate it. So the thing that I was saying about the reason why I had to upgrade it was because I would sit my camera on the tripod. And when I sit my camera on the tripod, I'm just trusting in my camera that as long as I hit record and the battery showed me that it had some battery life, that it is capturing everything. And I switched my battery 2 times, went to check it, camera cut off. I said, okay, let me put another battery in. Put the battery in, press record, camera cut off. So I missed, from that shoot that I just showed you, I missed probably about 10 minutes of footage of me shooting her during this particular scene. Right here, this particular scene right here, my camera cut off a few different times. So I didn't have the footage for it. And at that moment is when I was like, man, I need to get rid of this camera, because it's just not doing the job for me no more. I had it since 2016, 2017. So I felt like I got my money's worth out of it. And so that's what kind of made me say, all right, I'm going to go ahead and part ways with it. And I'm just going to go ahead and upgrade, because they fixed everything that I needed them to fix in the next version, right? So that was kind of what was going on. So let's see. Oh yeah, so we got some North Carolina folks in here. I might think the Z50 1.8, but the 1.2 just too much green. Listen, It's green that I don't have. Like, I can't do it. I think the most expensive lens that I have bought was the 70 to 200. Now, when you want to talk about a purchase that is justified, that 70 to 200, I've made so many videos with that 70 to 200. It is justified. I'm telling you, it's paid itself over in terms of content creation, in terms of like making money for like, you know, I do like weddings and things like that I get booked for, but I don't never really put that on here. Maybe I'll do that one day. But it has definitely made for me. Are you doing a photo walk or workshop soon? So I'm actually, so that brings up another good question. So how many of you all are planning to go to Create NYC, which was formerly Photo Plus, that is going to be held in New York City, Brooklyn, New York, in September? Do any of you all have plans on attending that? Let's see, because that is another place where we have like these different conferences, right? So let me show you all this. Okay. So this is the breakdown right here. So Create NYC, and it is in New York. Any of you all planning on going to this? Appreciate it. Unique DNA. Favorite lens 135. That's what I'm talking about. AP, what's going on? Get the gear that you need. Serve your photographic needs. Facts. TAE Taylor, what's going on? Cooper Creates, what's going on? What camera is this again? Which camera? I'm kind of late. Oh, those pictures was with the Nikon Z7 too. James Williams, what's going on? Yeah, that Z70 to 200 for weddings and events sometime. Oh yeah. See, so let me go through just a little bit. So this is potentially this may be a point where, first of all, let me let you all know, I will be at that event, and right now I'm trying to see if I could put something together. But I'm really trying to see like how many people plan to be there, and of course it could be something low key and chill, because it is Brooklyn, New York, and people flying in and getting hotels. By the time you do that, it does become pretty expensive. So we try to take advantage of these conferences like Create NYC. You got WPPI, you got Imaging USA. It's another one called Click On. You got Shutterfest. So all of these conferences, like, try to take advantage of it, because it's a good time where a lot of people may join together. And so if you can get everybody in the community there, then it's a great time to like engage, network, and just have a good time, honestly. Yeah, right over the bridge. Look, you can't beat that. New York, if circumstances allow. What's going on? DDM photos, possibly. I was just in Brooklyn 2 months ago and loved it. Might have to add to the calendar. Listen, if you can make it, you know, like WPPI. I'm actually working on a vlog from WPPI, so stay tuned to that. If you all are not subscribe to my channel, subscribe, notification bell for sure. Hit that notification bell. And my Instagram is pinned up top. But I am putting out a video of WPPI just so that people don't know what to really expect. So I figured I'd put that vlog together and put it out so that everybody can consume it and see like just how much fun that you could have, and that it is a judgment free zone. Like everybody is at all different levels. Like you don't have to be the best photographer. You could be a beginner. You could just be there because you just want to be there. But it's an open and inclusive community that we have, and it's all about just having fun at the end of the day. Like, because that's if anything, that's all I want to do is have fun. Like, so definitely let me show y'all that again. This is in New York. Benny Hanna just got everything. 7200 for weddings. So I normally, my wedding setup 70 to 200 and 24 to 70. They did an NYC photo walk a few days ago. They walked from B&H to the bar across the street. Oh, I guess after the bar didn't make it, huh? Does anyone in here use primes for weddings? If so, which ones? Yeah, so I would definitely use a 35. Yeah. So if I didn't have a 24 to 70, so basically keep two bodies, right? So right now my combination would be my Z7 II and my D850, and then prime that I would switch out for my 24 to 70 would be a 35, and then I still kind of want to have that 70 to 200 on. I'm kind of not parting with that, but it also depends on the size of the venue, because sometimes you have intimate weddings, but when you have like these enormous weddings, then that 70 to 200, you might shoot with the 70 to 200 more than anything else. Exactly. I'm trying to get into wedding photography right now. I'm heavily into sports photography, but I want to become well-rounded. Meetups are a lot of fun, and we need more around the country or world. Exactly. That's why we need to orchestrate these. That's why I wanted to put this out there. So I'm gonna put it out there one more time. T-Mid will be in attendance right here. So if you are coming, contact me on social media, shoot me a DM, shoot me an email, and let me know. I have a few people that have reached out to me. So, if we can do something, that would be fun to get everybody together. All right, so use the 85 and the 28 at a couple of weddings. The meetups in my area are lacking. The ones that do exist aren't as good. So you said you are in North Carolina. I wonder, like, do you all have like meetup groups? Because like here in DC, we have meetup groups, and those meetup groups do particularly well with like bringing out the community. Now, I will say what I did find was people were, and I can't blame people because it's your gear, but it was kind of like if I had my light, that was my light. Like, I don't want, even if you have a trigger for it, I'm not giving you the settings so you can use my light. But models and photographer wise and location wise, they have it monthly, and it's a free event. Now, and that's the big deal right there, because it's always a lot of people and it's a free event where you could definitely charge for something like that. Doing wedding is something I want to do anymore. Yeah. Let me tell y'all the beginner mistake that I made with doing weddings. Probably like, it's been years now. The thing that I did was I accepted to do the weddings, the video and the photos. Oh my goodness. When you say the amount of work that took on me, and it was for a friend. So can you imagine that? Like how much work that was. Since then, never did that to myself again. I shoot with an agency that does collabs, shoots every month or so. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. I wonder how that work. Every month. Yeah, man. One man show doing both. So I was like getting the video, getting the pictures, right? So, and especially like those raw moments, like everybody wants to see like those authentic moments. Like if the groom cries, like I had the bride say like, I want those photos. Like if he cries, I want those photos because, it kind of signifies the amount of love or caring that person has for you. So that's like a real vulnerable, intimate state right there. So I've had like requests like that. No second shooter, man. No second shooter at all. I don't know what I was thinking. That was you need at least two helpers to do both. At least. But I did not. Definitely rookie mistake. I never did that to myself again. Luckily, I was able to get like the footage was good and the pictures. So it worked out. But in terms of like pay, it didn't work out because that's what's going on, Dwayne. In terms of like knowing your worth, it's like when you start sitting down at the computer and editing all that stuff, and you like, I'm spending X amount of hours after this event, after I just did 10 hours at the event, then I get home and I'm editing the photos, and then I'm like, oh man, I gotta edit the video. I really look back on the decision that I made and said, don't ever do this to yourself again. I had to pay for the first one. Then they asked me to join the team. We worked out a deal where I was a house photographer, got access to their talent for free. That's a pretty good deal. That's a pretty good deal. Now, I will say, most of the stuff that I shoot is in my house. So I got a studio set up in my house. So I'm going to show you all. Let's see. First, we don't have that many pictures right here. So I'm going to show you, run through the rest of these images so you can see. But then also, when it comes to being a house photographer, that's always an interesting position to be in. So this this studio that is local to me reached out to me, and they were like, man, we love your work. Like, do you have a home studio? And I'm like, yeah, I got a home studio. I got one right in my home. What you talking about? So then they proceeded to say, like, yeah, like, we would love for you to be like our in-house photographer. And me personally, you know, everybody has different aspirations or what they want to do. But I really like create my content and get enjoyment out of sharing it with you all on YouTube. I don't really care too much if I get booked for weddings, if I get booked for birthday shoots and things like that. It just so happens that me being able to create the content that I enjoy for YouTube always festers through Instagram or whatever and brings me business for people that want to shoot with me. So it's just kind of like a bonus to me. So when they offered me to be like their home photographer at their studio, first of all, their studio was like 30 minutes away from me. That's not going to work for me because I'm already lazy, so I'm not trying to drive 30 minutes away. Especially I could create something and take 5 steps down the stairs, go down 5 steps, and I'm right there in the studio. So we got to evaluate the situation. So then the second thing that wasn't going to work for me was like the timing. At that point, it's really like a job to me. And like right now, this doesn't feel like a job to me. It feels like kind of leisure time, something that I'm enjoying doing. That's like even the reason why I went live right now, because I was like, you know what? I haven't went live in a while. I haven't talked to my people in a while. So let's just see what everybody is up to. Give some updates as to what I've been doing because I haven't been live with photo shoots and things like that. However, I always try to blend it, right? So if I don't go live with photo shoots a lot, you can always count on me to have a video being put out. Like, it hasn't been a while since I haven't had a consistent video. So you can always count on that. And so I felt like if I became their house photographer, now I'm on their schedule for a certain time for shoots. So now I'm working, and I don't want to feel like I'm working. And that's just me, because I don't do this necessarily for the payment portion. So when I start feeling like, oh, I gotta be here at that time, I gotta do this, it's no longer fun for me. So I had to gracefully decline the offer. But I told them I was appreciative of them even, thinking of letting me be their home photographer. But I'm not the guy for the job. It wasn't going to work. I kind of slowed down on working with them because it was taking too much time. I didn't want to feel like I worked. Exactly. Look, I didn't even look at your comment before I even just put my answer out. So you see exactly what I'm saying. I just already had the mindset that I was like, no, it's gonna be more than what I'm bargaining for. Like, I appreciate that you like my work, but I don't think it's gonna work. So that was something that just wasn't going to be good for me. You already have your own studio too. Exactly. Like, now, granted, my studio is bare bones, right? But listen, when people see my images though, they are sometimes amazed that I did that in my basement. Like they are legit. Like you did that in here, and I'm like, I did that in here. Like like this one right here. I have a setup and go type studio setup, but it gets the job done, and that kind of translate back to the gear that we use. Get the gear that gets the job done for you. So you all know that we all love this little box. So I made the box, and this is the first shoot that I did with this box. And when you look at it, you might think it might be an elaborate studio that it was taken in. But when you look at the video and you like, this man did this in his basement, I'm like, yeah, I don't need to go to no big studio. Just give me my basement. I'll be all right. Now, if I could raise my basement ceiling height, just maybe a good 5 feet. Oh, I would be in. Now, the funny thing is, like other parts of my house, like the ceiling is probably like 15 feet high. And then in my actual bedroom, like a part of my ceiling is like 20 feet high. So if I really needed that space, I could do a setup in my room real quick and get like all that overhead space. You only have to walk 5 steps to be on my show. What's the hold up, T? Hey, we need to make that happen. Oh yeah, you got one on Saturday, right? I think I'm supposed to be doing this BTS for, it's a 24-hour film festival that I'm making a film for, so might be interesting. Yeah, no one cares about the studio as long as the product looks right. Exactly. Now, if you got a product that ain't looking too good, then they might be like, all right, what this studio look like? But yeah, you can't, you can be in the most elaborate studio and the results not look right. So when I say like it's really about the person behind the tool, it really is. What's going on, V squared? What is going on? So those were the images that we captured, and that was with the Sony ZV-ZFC. 9 p.m. Got you, AP. Definitely gonna see what time I am done with that film festival. So I want to reiterate this right here. I don't even know why it came down, but let me know if you're not following me on Instagram. It's pinned at the top. But let me know if you planning to go to this event in New York, or if you did not know about it, now you know. 29th to October 1st in Brooklyn, New York. Sony or Nikon. Oh, that was shot with a Nikon. Yeah, that was shot with a Nikon. But I don't shy away from, I actually just put a video out where I had to use the Sony to get shots. We all know. So you got this Create NYC in September, and then the next thing after that is Imaging USA in January 2023, and then in March 2023 you got WPPI, which I'm sure a lot of people will be attending, especially after I put out the vlog of my time at WPPI in Vegas. So definitely hit that notification bell If you do not have it on, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and follow me on IG, because I actually have a photo sharing, I guess I would call it a series. It's where you take your, I pretty much encourage everybody. So definitely going to WPPI. Didn't know, looks dope though. Yeah, so WPPI, look, I'm about to be the source for all information. Let me put that up for y'all real quick. I'm gonna be at WPPI too, so we need to get everybody out. So the conference is March 5th through the 9th of 2023. So you got a couple months for the roll around. So definitely mark those on your calendar and try to make it out if you can make it out. The other thing that I like to do is, do my photo sharing, but I do that on Instagram. So now I do it once a month, and it is, I think we are on our 5th one. I started like 5 months ago, and I do it once a month. And so this month we are having it the end of July. It's normally the last Wednesday of the month, and it's Creative Wednesdays with T Mid. And what I pretty much do is, you could either email me a photo that you really like, or since we do it on, or I do it on Instagram, you can go live with me and basically break down your image to everybody that's watching. And it's pretty much to encourage and motivate everybody to keep creating month to month. And so by you sharing like your settings, sharing like your creative process, and letting people know what you were thinking while you were creating that image, people can take that information and learn something from it, and also feel motivated and inspired to go create something, because we all kind of know we have those times where we're not motivated to pick up the camera. So anytime we can come together as a community to encourage each other to create is a good thing. And then also, I let everybody share on my platform, because my platform, as you can see, we have people in Ireland, we have people in the UK, we have people all across the States, people in Jamaica. So it allows your work to be seen by other people, which is always a good thing. And I think we all would enjoy that. So if you're interested in that, that is Creative Wednesday with T Mid, and I do that on Instagram side. So if you comfortable going live, you can go live with me. If you're not comfortable going live, then you just send me the image to my email address and I'll share it for you. So imaging, okay, I'll be there in Vegas. So imaging is going to be in Nashville this year. So I'm looking forward to that, because look, we need to get everybody on the calendar. I need to get everybody email. So we have a calendar. We need to hold everybody accountable for knowing when all of these conferences are, and giving everybody time to plan and prepare to be at the conference. So here is the imaging one. So imaging is in Nashville, Tennessee this year. So I'm definitely going to be at that one too. So wherever you can make it, I'm going to be there. Yeah, and my IG should be pinned at the top also. We all will be at WPPI in March, another big meetup with Art of Photography and AP Studios community. That's going to be a great thing, because that's one of the, if I can, I guess not really digress, but that's one of the things that I like about going live, is like, it's really about engaging with you all. Like, you can't really put a deep understanding on how much it means to support the people that are supporting you, right? Like, I'm continuously growing this channel. It takes a lot of work to grow a channel and to even get you all, man. I can't even put it into words how many hours I put in, like, trying to grow this community. So it's even better when you can engage, and that's the best thing about going live. Like, I can respond to your comment all the time, but to get like instantaneous responses through the chat and on Instagram going live, I could put a face with a name. Like, that's so much more valuable to me. So we holding everybody accountable for these conferences that we have where people can actually come together and create. So yeah, the Nashville one. Listen, and anything that is an excuse for me to travel, I'm there. Like, when I went to Imaging this year, it was in DC, which I'm from DC. So it was literally a drive away. So it was nice. I got to see, a lot of people. But I like traveling for stuff more so. So I traveled to New York, traveled to Nashville, traveled to Vegas. You need those alone times. Also, the thing that's good about it is that, just think about it, you are engulfed in a community that has similar interests to you, right? So they might not be into wedding photography, but if they're into photography, I'm sure we all share some similarities or some things that only us as creators will understand. Those moments that we have with clients that you're like, oh, you had that same situation. Yeah, like those things right there, you can kind of woo-saw and be like, talk it out. Yeah, it's a lot of work to build a YouTube channel. It definitely is a lot of work. And I thought it would be so much easier when I first started. But I have learned to take the journey slowly and enjoy the journey while it's going. So now I'm kind of in a different place than I was when I first started, because it was definitely like, why these numbers not going up? What's going on? I put out a video and I got 0 views. Oh, I got 1 view, but that 1 view from me watching it. You can't talk to no photographers about this stuff. It's cool to be able to have dialogue. Yeah, so it's like a lot of people don't go live and talk, but to each his own, right? So definitely look out for those conferences. Hopefully everybody can make it to at least one. I'm telling you, it would definitely be beneficial if you are planning to go to Create NYC in New York, Brooklyn, New York in September. Definitely shoot me an email or shoot me a DM, because I may be putting something together while I'm out there. The thing that I don't like about Create NYC dates is they like crazy dates. It's like Thursday to a Saturday. Like, who does that? I can see like Thursday to Sunday, but they got Thursday to like Saturday. So trying to play with like the dates on the Create NYC. But if you are planning, just to let you know, I will be at Create NYC. I will be at Imaging USA. I will be at WPPI. It's also conference, Shutterfest, ClickCon, like all those things, especially as like a YouTube creator, is like really important to be involved in those things. And actually, one of the biggest benefits that I got from WPPI was engaging with Nikon, and the turnout from that was they sent me this camera. So for me as a creator, that like instantaneously showed me like how important it is as a creator to be out in the community and talking with these brands and things like that, because you never know what can come from it. So it's always good to be active. And then also on top of that, like, you get to see the people who are supporting you. And I think that I enjoy that way better than over the computer. It's always a good time. Always a good time. So we holding each other accountable for these conferences to get out, create. I definitely want to see the images that you all have. So if you want to participate in my Creative Wednesday and share your image with me on my Instagram, check me out on Instagram. And I will be putting that flyer out pretty soon. So you can, if you have an image right now, just go ahead and email me the image now. If you're still working on it, then at that time you could email it. If you want to go live with it, just wait till the day is to the actual date. And I will be on Instagram, and I'll add you in the Instagram so you can share the image and break down your creative process for everybody listening. So that's pretty much what we have going on today. I wanted to go live. I haven't been live in a while, so wanted to spend some time with my community. And I'm glad you all came in and supported the live stream and came and kicked it with me. I appreciate that. So until the next time, the next video, I will see you all in the next one. Everybody enjoy their night, enjoy their day, all that good stuff. What's going on, Issa, James, V Squared? Thanks for tuning in. AP, you ain't spent enough time. What I got, 2 hours? I was only supposed to be on here for 30 minutes, you guys. That's the interesting thing. I was only supposed to be on here 30 minutes. I think I'm at the 2-hour mark. Thank you for tuning in, Benny Hanna. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate the love.